What is going on YouTube? Hidden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we are going to be looking at XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, as well as the S&P 500. Lots to talk about within these cryptocurrencies. XRP is continuing to break bullish outside its symmetrical triangle, which we talked about yesterday and the days prior leading up to this run here. We have Ethereum continuing to scale higher, now hitting resistances on its moving averages for Ethereum, as well as Bitcoin hitting its resistances within its symmetrical triangle. We then have the S&P 500, which is continuing to break bullish outside its double bottom that it just had, which is making a massive recovery. Yesterday we had lots of uncertainty and consolidation, but it seems like it's fairly certain to continue the run to the upside, which is expected because there is some sort of, double bottom, however we want to draw this. Whether this is the neckline, I don't know, but this is a clear W, and I do believe this is going to allow us to trend higher, which is pretty exciting. So these were some great buying opportunities to really dollar cost average yourselves. But lots to talk about within the S&P, lots to talk about within these cryptocurrencies. But before we dive into that, guys, remember we're still doing our crypto coin display giveaway completely free. All you have to do to win one of these bad boys is just comment your favorite cryptocurrency down below, as well as comment subscribe. Do those two things as I will be checking. I just shipped out last week's winner on Sunday, so that was super cool. So if you guys want to be next week's winner or this week coming up, definitely make sure to do those two things. With that being said, guys, definitely make sure to smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and let's dive into today's episode. So as you guys can tell in today's video, it's a lot different than the last couple of videos that we've made here on the channel. You can tell that we are no longer in a hotel. I'm actually in my apartment. Hard to tell right now because of the background here, but yeah, it's pretty much empty and every single thing is in boxes because we got here in the afternoon and then we ate and then it was too dark to do anything besides set up a bed. So we have lots to set up. There's probably an echo in here, which we have to fix, but I now officially have a dedicated YouTube room, which is super exciting. And you guys will see the progress over time as we fill this up and make some good use out of it. But I am thinking of moving forward, maybe switching my videos up to being more of a light looking than a dark background. You can tell, like my old videos, I was in the dark. I might do it in the daylight like this, which I don't know. We'll see how it is. We'll see if it's worth doing that. But let me know, what do you think? Do you want me to do a dark background like before, or maybe a light background? But we'll just play around with that. Otherwise, guys, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna definitely need a few days to unpack the entire apartment. That's gonna take a while to unpack and build all the furniture, the IKEA furniture back up. And then after that, then we'll work on decorating and really making this more of a YouTube room, because it definitely doesn't feel like that right now. It's just a bunch of boxes around me and I just put my desk back up, but there's no microphone, there's no lighting, everything's in places. So I'm gonna have to spend the next couple of days. So expect to see some different things, different changes in the videos the next couple of days, which would be cool to watch, but I just wanted to update you guys with that. Furthermore, jumping into today's video, you guys can see top 10 cryptocurrencies market is doing absolutely incredible. We're up 2.91% at 1.93 trillion. You can see we have Bitcoin up 3.64, Ethereum up 2.7. Pretty much everything is doing well. XRP is up 3.6. I think this has a lot to do right now correlating well with the markets here. The S&P 500 is continuing to splurge higher. It's 9:44. The time I'm recording this, you probably get it at like 10:30. When you get this video or start watching this video, that's when it will be up, but we'll see, because right now the markets are doing really incredible. We're actually breaking as expected right through this moving average. I figured that's what would happen. We have seen some problem zones in the past here where we did kind of intertwine with that, but this was in a descending fractal. Currently, we're just scaling this up. There's a clear either a triple bottom or a double bottom, which is allowing us to explode with tons of volume to the upside here. And you can see as we start to scale up higher, we're pretty much just crossing right over the daily moving average, which seems to be a typical movement within the S&P 500. We tend to just go right through that moving average. So that's not much of a resistance here. And we are starting to trend up higher. And I do believe we may make a pretty substantial recovery just off the bat here with the price range recovery. Let's say from the lowest point to the highest point right now, we've recovered almost 10%, which is pretty much the entire, dip. We're down almost 13 at the most. Now we're up 10%. So there's not much more from where we are here to here. This is like 7 or 6%. It's really not much of a difference here, and I do believe we are going to continue to scale. Now, whether or not that's affecting or correlating with the cryptos, I'm not entirely sure, but the markets are starting to see a bump to the upside too within most of these major cryptocurrencies here. Now, I know when we've been looking for the past couple of days in the short term Within these cryptos like Bitcoin, we've been looking really short term, but when you scale us to the weekly, you get a different overview of how these markets look. You can clearly see, and this was what was exciting that we kind of captured yesterday or 2 days ago. We talked about how the weekly moving averages here, you can see if we were to like get rid of these lines, that there is some sort of trend that we haven't really noticed in the past year. This was the first rally that we had, and then we fell. Let's just draw this out. First rally started in October of 2020, shot up, corrected downwards. The second one happened. This is 2021, and then we corrected downwards. Very similar in a similar area at a similar time frame that the first rally happened. So you can see we came back down, retested pretty much this moving average here at about 31K. That seems to be the bottom, and we've pretty much been doing that for the past couple of weeks now, consolidating right here. It's been a few weeks, but that is exactly what happened back in the past year, which could be a sign that, hey, maybe we did hit the bottom and maybe we're going to start to trend up, because this whole thing looks very identical to what happened previously in 2020. So we had it in 2020, and here we are having it at the end of 2021 into 2022. So there's a big chance we could continue to rebound off that and start to trend higher, which is why I am, buying cryptocurrency at very low levels for long-term holding. So I am buying now, not short-term trades. We still do short-term trades, but long-term buying at these prices are great levels with anticipation of seeing a run to the upside, which is exciting. But moving forward, and this is why I think that the bear market might actually be over, is because we're pretty much bottomed out here. Now, moving forward, like I said, there is a symmetrical triangle that you can see we are trending inside. Really what we're waiting for, as we discussed the past couple of days, is if Bitcoin can break us through this red and green band, that moving average on the daily here. If we manage to break through this, we should be able to trend higher. That's the ideal goal that we're looking for. We have an ascending fractal drawn on. You can kind of see it, these two purple bands here we've been kind of intertwining with, or we have a symmetrical triangle. It's very hard to identify this, but you can clearly see we do have lower highs that are continuing to form here, and we do have higher lows. This is a guaranteed support regardless. It's just figuring out whether it's an ascending fractal or a symmetrical triangle. Regardless, we have every single time though, what we do know is we've been rejected consistently off these moving averages here. So with that being said, if we can confirm breaking above this moving average, that's when I can expect to see a buying opportunity and leveraging to the upside. Otherwise, we should get rejected pretty nicely off that and fill in the gap here, because 1, 2, 3, 4 attempts later, we have been rejected and we have corrected. So let's see how we close tonight in regards to retesting Bitcoin's moving average here. This we didn't buy into, but we might put in a moderate to aggressive trade if you like to trade like that, not conservative, where we would buy in and short it here on BitYard. We have Bitcoin pulled up here. You can see we're kind of right now retesting these moving averages, retesting the 99-day moving average here. If we don't like head above there, we can short it on BitYard and leverage it to the downside here. So definitely make sure to pay attention to this, because it really depends on how we close tonight. If we can close above this, we can expect to see a run to the upside. If we close below, we could potentially short this to the downside here. Either way, I did link BitYard in the description down below. And while you do sign up, remember, you guys can easily earn free cryptocurrency just by, doing their promotion here. Get free crypto, click that. They also have a demo account, which is super cool, that right here that you can check out. And they even have free mining. You can actually daily mine cryptocurrency too, which they add to your wallet, which is super cool. Highly recommend you check that out as well. So that's pretty much Bitcoin. Hopefully you guys follow my drift. There's either a symmetrical triangle or an ascending fractal. Regardless, the moving average is what we have to pay attention to, because we could get rejected off this or we could break above. This is the most controversial resistance that we've been dealing with. So everything just depends on how we react with this moving average. And the past couple of days the past couple of weeks, we have been rejected consistently. This has been a major resistance. So when and if we break through this, that's when we can expect to see, a scale higher. That's when we can expect to see the prices start to rally up. Now, for the other cryptocurrencies like XRP, we did manage to break through the moving averages here. This was a big one. We did draw a clear symmetrical triangle here. We discussed that if we were to break through and we're moving averages here, that's when we can buy in and leverage to the upside here. Not sure if you guys took advantage of it. We said this 3 days ago, that this was a major resistance. If we can close above here, there's a good chance we can buy in and leverage to the upside. I also said I was buying in. I don't know if you guys remember that, but hopefully you took advantage of this. I did say it was a moderate to aggressive trade, not conservative in any sense, and to keep your stop loss tight because we're still in a pretty big resistance level here. I do strongly believe that we are still in a massive symmetrical triangle, or sorry, descending triangle. I'll jump to the weekly. It'll look a little better. Just like this. And there's a very big chance we are going to get rejected off this top resistance here. You can see we're intertwined right now within the weekly moving average here. So it's a very short-term trade, and there's a big chance we could reject and correct all the way back down to 59 cents. Once again, big trades would be, hey, are we going to reject off here? We can short this down to 59 cents, 58 cents, or are we going to break through this resistance, which we have not been able to do since April of 2021 here, this resistance here, because we have had wicks swing us up, but we tend to typically close the weekly candle below and then fall. So we'll see how these things play out, but there's a lot of big movements coming for these markets here. You can see it clear as day as well on the daily here, that's what we're dealing with. That's why we have stop losses kept tight if you did buy in, with expectations of maybe moving up to at most 88 cents and then seeing a pullback. That's what we're looking for within XRP. As for Ethereum, which is breaking bullish, once again, very similar to Bitcoin, not really going to buy into Bitcoin or Ethereum until we can confirm breaking above these moving averages. This is way too much resistance. It's probably going to scale us lower. You could see Bitcoin as well, which would scale us lower if we close below. If we can't break through these, we're going to fall. If we can break through them, then we'll buy in and leverage to the upside if we can do that. If, it really all just depends on which direction we do decide to typically break. Same thing with Ethereum here. If we can break through this, we break and close at like 3,200, we buy in and long possession. It'll be a long. If we get rejected off the moving average here, it's a big short opportunity. Lots of volume, lots of opportunities to get into these markets. Otherwise, guys, that's pretty much going to wrap up today's video. Definitely make sure to smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, wish me luck on unpacking, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Peace.